welcome to our channel Knowledge Hub. Friends, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. Today we're going to start with you understanding the human being comprehensively, which has been the classes 12. In the last classes we had done your unit 1 on unit 2, unit 3, unit 4 and unit 5 we had completed. And in the last classes we had done your 2 marks possible questions of unit 1, unit 2, unit 3 we had completed. Today we'll start discussing about unit 4, which has been about understanding coexistence with the other order as well. That has been the important one. Before starting with this, it's a huge request to all the viewers to please go through the subscribe button and please like, share and subscribe our channel so that many maximum people can get the information at once, and even you can also enjoy the video as well. Other than this, we are dealing with many of the different subject as well, so you can go ahead, you will find out each and every one there. In terms of understanding the human being comprehensively, the human aspiration and its fulfillment, the question for the unit 4, which has been the understanding the coexistence with other order, we have to discuss. The question being arises, what do you mean by coexistence? What do you mean by coexistence? So that what we will have to talk about it. So what do you mean by the coexistence? In terms of coexistence, we go ahead. It is a state in which two or more groups live together, keeping in mind their differences, and the parties involved establish a relationship where they can live non-violently as well. Other question that can be arise here is that give the types of coexistence. Discuss about the types of coexistence. In same case for the types of coexistence here, where we have your two types. So there are two types of coexistence. The first coexistence we have is active coexistence, and the second we have is your, which is being that is the passive coexistence. In same case for the active coexistence here, the question has been asked, what is active coexistence? In the same cases, the relationship that is based on mutual respect for the diversity is called active coexistence, and the parties to in this relationship embrace each other differences, have got equal access to the resources and opportunities. This environment is that of peace, social cohesion, justice and equality. In terms of they had asked you what is passive coexistence. In this is a kind of coexistence where that is, where one of the group it's is less powerful than the other, and in this environment there is a lack of violence, but it has an unequal relationship here. We'll talk about another question that has been the important one. What is self-exploration here? We'll talk about it, which has been the what is self-exploration. In same cases for the self-exploration here, what is it, a self-exploration? So it is a process of observing what is within us, and that focusing the attention on yourself and your present beliefs and aspiration. It is a process of dialogue between what we are and what we really want to be. That is what the self-exploration is, and that what we can answer it out in a detail about it. Now we'll go ahead with another question that has been asking understanding coexistence with the other orders, that what we have to discuss here, which is being the important one. So on the same cases, the other question is what are the contents of self-exploration, and that has been the important one, and that has been asked in your 2 marks, possible 2 marks question paper as well. So we'll go ahead for the same, and that has been important too. So we'll go ahead for this. What are the contents of a self-exploration? So contents of self-exploration. In same case for this content of self-exploration here, that there are the two basic contents of self-exploration. The first is the desire or goal. The second is program. Third, next question we have, define mechanism of self-exploration. Mechanism of self-exploration. In the same case, for the mechanism of self-exploration, the question is being, it is one can explore and understand the self in such a manner he can perform at larger stage, and then there are some mechanisms that to be identified. They are as follows. The first we have is your natural acceptance. Natural acceptance. Second we have is your experiential verification. Now we'll discuss about define self-awareness here, and then what we'll have to discuss about it. So we'll go ahead for the scene. Self define self-awareness. For the self-awareness here, that has been the self-awareness is having a clear perception of your personality, including the strengths, weaknesses, thoughts, beliefs, that is your motivations and emotions. Self-awareness allows you to understand other people, how they perceive you, and you to understand the other people and how they perceive you, your attitude and your responses to them in the moment as well. We'll discuss about another one which has been the another to define self-evaluation. In case of self-evaluation here, so define self-evaluation, where self-evaluation is your thoughtful and considered written review of your performance during the evaluation cycle. It involves rating established goals, competencies, and overall performances as well. We'll discuss about define self-realization. In the same case, for the self-realization is the removal of all artificial layer of personality and understanding the true self and the nature of reality. The realization is possible through separating the self from one's own false ego here and false ego. So next we'll go ahead for the next, and that we'll have to discuss about the natural acceptance. That is what we had to discuss here in the natural acceptance. Yeah, that has been asked is your question has been asked is what is natural acceptance, or what do you mean by your natural acceptance and experimental validation, that what we have to discuss for both. So first we'll discuss about here, that is for the natural acceptance. Yeah, in natural acceptance, the natural acceptance is something that is within us, and it is not something that can find anywhere else. Whatever seems naturally acceptable to us is right, and whatever cause confusions or conflict within us is wrong. In experimental verification here, that for the that experimental validation, that is for of course experiential validation is a process that infuses the direct experiences with the learning environment and content. Now we'll go ahead for the next, and that what we even have to discuss about it. The question is, describe the basic nature of man and how is it helpful in obtaining a national acceptance. So basic nature of man. Basic nature of man, that what we have to talk about it. To describe the basic nature of man, how is it helpful in obtaining the national acceptance for the same. In the same case, that the need of a human nature that can be expressed as tendencies of self-preservation, to preservation of the species and to the acquisition of the material condition that is necessary to to achieve these needs. And natural acceptance is something that is within us. Whatever seems naturally acceptable to us is right, and whatever causes confusion in us and is wrong. And basic nature helps human being to decide what is right and what is wrong here. We'll go ahead for the detail about that. The question is to define justice in relationship. We'll talk about justice in relationship. In justice in a relationship here, where justice is recognizing that feelings are definite in a relationship, fulfilling the relationship, and the right evaluation of the fulfillment, which results in mutual happiness as well. We'll talk about another one. Right, the elements of justice. What were the elements of justice here? Elements of justice. In case of elements of justice, we go ahead. So justice is composed of four elements. The first we have your recognition of values, recognition of values, or the definite nature of feelings. Second we have is your fulfillment. Third we have is your evaluation. So we'll go ahead, and that is the we have to talk about the fourth one, and which is we have as follows is your that is ensuring the mutual happiness. Fourth is ensuring the mutual happiness. Now we'll go ahead for the further one, which has been another question to define harmony in nature. In case of harmony in nature, that when all the living organism on earth live together peacefully and overlook the mutual differences, it is called harmony here. And on the same cases we'll end up with this will be in the unit 4. Now we'll start discussing about unit 5, that what we have to discuss here, which is being the important one. The name of the unit 5 we have here is that is being as follows, and that the name is your which will be the expansion of harmony from self to entire existence. Expansion of harmony from self to entire existence. So in the same cases here, that the question has been arise, and that what we having to have to talk about it is the question of the session of 15th we have to talk about it. The question has been arise, what are the dimensions of an individual? So we'll talk about it. Dimensions of individual. So in same case for the dimensions of individual here, so we have dimensions of an individual. We have your thoughts. Second is behavior. Third is your work. Fourth is realization. Now the other question is, what are the base levels of human existence? Go ahead. So levels of human existence. The levels of human existence that we talk about it. So we have your four levels of human existence. The first we have your is your in every individual. Second is in every family. Third is in society. Fourth is in nature that we have. Now we'll discuss about the another question, that is what are the ways to ensure the harmony in the self I. So we'll discuss about the ways to ensure the harmony, that is we have ways to ensure harmony in the self or I. In the same cases for this, here that the following are the ways to ensure the harmony in the self or I. That is, you're becoming aware that human is the coexistence of I and the body as well. Becoming aware of that of the body is only the instrument of I, and I is the seer, doer, and enjoyer, as I told you being here. And the same cases for that, becoming aware of the activities of desire, thoughts, and expectations, and that pass each of these desires, thoughts, and expectation through your natural acceptance and understanding the harmony of all at all the levels of our existence, leading to the realization and understanding, which is in turn become the basic basis of our desire, thoughts, and expectation. This leads to harmony in I, in continuity. We'll discuss about another one, which is what are the four basic proposals to ensure harmony in the family. We'll go ahead. That is being four basic proposals that we have ensure harmony in a family. In this, that there are, we must understand the relationship that exists between oneself and the another self. The self has a feeling in the relationship between the two people, and these feelings in the selves are indefinite, that can be identified with definiteness. It is by recognizing and fulfilling these feelings that happiness is a relationship that can be guaranteed. We'll discuss about another question, which is what do you understand by the right understanding or coexistence? Right understanding or coexistence. So in right understanding and coexistence here, we are understanding the self in the knowledge of self or I. This is known as Jivan Gyan, and understanding the knowledge of existence is the knowledge of Astitva. The knowledge of human conduct is known as that is your Mans Avyata Purna, and that is your Acharan Gyan, and these three knowledge put together form the right understandings or existence as well. Now we'll go ahead with the next, and that has been the topic that I had asked you here, and that has been as follows. Next we'll talk about another question that has been asked is what is holistic approach. What are holistic approach? In same case for the holistic approach, by holistic approach we mean that the processes and the technology that adopted by us must be compatible with nature, and a holistic model is inherently conducive to the comprehensive human goal. We'll talk about another question, that is to be define the term wisdom. We'll talk about the wisdom here. To define the term wisdom here, in the same case for the wisdom, that wisdom refers to allow to slow accumulation of personal values that work well for people living in different kinds of way here. We'll go ahead with another question that we talk about it. Give some criteria which should in a part of holistic technologies. So we'll go ahead for the same. So that is being your some criteria which should be a part of holistic technologies. In the same cases here, that they are aim towards this catering day-to-day human needs. It should be durable, it should have a low maintenance cost, and it should not have any health hazards as well. We'll go ahead for the next, and that what we talk about it, and that is being another question. What do you understand by the realization and understanding? So what do you understand by realization and understanding? So in the same cases, for the realization, that means to be able to use the reality as it is, and understanding means to be able to understand the self organization in all entities of the nature, and your existence and their interconnectedness organization as it is. So that what we have to understood about it in terms of it. And here we had enough with the two unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, and unit 5 as well, with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, and all the possible small questions, that possible 2 marks question that we had done here. So here we'll be ending it off. And other than that, of understanding the, that is understanding the human being comprehensively, the human aspiration and its fulfillment, we had done your which is your sociology and software engineering. Other than that, we had done your chemistry, where we had completed unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, unit 5, unit 6, unit 7, unit 8, unit 9 in chemistry, and as well as the conversions, logs and anti-logs, as well as we had done your which is with the symbols, elements, and atomic number and molar masses as well. And after that, talking about it, we had done many of the subjects. We can go ahead with the playlist, and we'll surely be start with the English communication, that you will be get to know the many more new vocabulary, so that you will be able to understood and you will able to speak English in a confident manner, of course. After talking about that, we are dealing with our verbal reasoning, where we had completed your verbal reasoning, where that has been judgment, elaborative, logic reasoning. In non-verbal reasoning, we had done your series analogy, classification, analytical reasoning, mirror image, water image, embedded figure, completions of incomplete pattern, figure matrix, paper folding, paper cutting, road detection, grouping of identical figures, cubes and dice, and draft situation that we are dealing here. In terms of quantitative aptitude, we had started with arithmetical ability, where we had done operations on numbers, decimal of numbers, decimal fractions, simplifications, square roots and cube roots, problems on numbers, problems on ages, certs and indices, and percentage that we are dealing here. After talking about that, we'll complete that and we'll start with the next coming subject as well. And in terms of understanding the human being, that has been the comprehensively the human aspiration and its fulfillment. Yes, here we had done your unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, unit 5, and totally we had done your unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, unit 5 short possible question, which has been of 2 marks. In unit 1, that has been the introduction, we had done the basic human aspiration and its fulfillment through the right understanding and your resolutions, and all encompassing the resolution for the human being, its detail and solutions of the problems in light of resolution. Second unit, we had done your understanding the human being and its expansion, where we had done the domain of the right understanding starts from understanding the human being, the knower, the experiencer, and the doer, extends up to the understanding nature, existence, and interconnectedness, and coexistence, and finally understanding the role of the human being in existence, which is human conduct. In unit 3rd, we had done your activities on this of the self, which is we had done your understanding the human being comprehensively is the first step of the core, that these of the course that human being as a coexistence of the self and the body, and the activities of the potentialities of the self here, potentialities of the theme course that we had done here. Unit 3 we had done, which has been understanding the human being comprehensively is the first step, and that the core theme of this course is that human being as a coexistence of the self and the body, the activities of the potentialities of the self, reasons of harmony and contradictions in the self as well. In Unit 4, which we had completing the understanding the coexistence with the other order, which has been the need and the process of the inner evolution through the self-exploration, self-awareness and self-evaluation, realization, understanding, and particularly offering to the activities of the self-realization, understanding the contemplations in the self-realization and coexistence, and understanding and the harmony that is led in nature, and contemplations of the participation of human harmony order leading to the contradiction, knowledge comprehensively, knowledge about the existence. In terms of Unit 5, we had started with, and even though we had done here, which has been the unit that has been the expansions of the harmony from the self's to entire existence, where we had done your understanding the different aspects of all, encompassing the resolution, understanding the wisdom, science, etc., holistic way of living for the human being with all, encompassing resolution that covering for four dimensions of the human endeavor, that is being the realization, thoughts, behavior and work, participation in the larger order leading to the harmony to all the levels of the self to nature and entire existence. In short answers, we had done your Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4, Unit 5 here. So we'll end up with understanding the human being comprehensively and the human aspirations and its fulfillment. So it's a huge request to all the viewers to please go through with the subscribe button, and please like, share and subscribe to our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even you can also enjoy the video as well. Thank you. Hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion in the comment box, and please like, share and subscribe our channel. Please keep supporting us as you had supported us till date, and please go ahead with subscribe, like and share our videos. Thank you. Hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion in the comment box. Thank you.